Jamasaba. Today's video is going to be about me feeling a low period, and how I'm caring for myself. I don't heal in one day. Sometimes it's days, sometimes it's like 2 to 3 days. Right now it's a day that I do feel better, so I'm going to tell you guys like why I feel the way that I feel or was feeling, what I am, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And so there's been multiple things, and it triggered my abandonment issue. The type of content that I'm putting out is so vulnerable to me. Like, these things that I'm sharing are things that I don't even talk about with people. Just showing everything, like all of my little soft things, all of my little issues in here, and I'm just showing out to you guys. You know, I'm very sensitive about that. So I got my little flowers here. They're dying. But I have my sketch pad. And my sketch pad, I like to draw and I also like to, sketch all of my creative ideas. But at the same time, I like to write video content ideas, and now I also like to write down my day-to-day, my tasks. I have journals and things to do that in, but I kind of like to do everything all in one, so I could just like go back and reference it all in the same place. So these are just a few things that I wrote down. Okay, and these are things that I notice that keep coming up in my reality, or things that I keep feeling. When you're trying to manifest, you're trying to make a change in your reality. I always heard it was like thoughts, feelings, and action, right? But it never really dawned on me. So in my journey, I always was like focusing on action. And so just action by itself. I never got, you can only go so far as your action. But I always went through the same situations no matter what type of action I took. So the next thing I tried to change was just my thoughts and my action. That only got me so far. I gained progress, but then eventually it stopped working. And so what I am doing now, recently, like this week, I've been working on is how things make me feel. Like, for example, I could say I feel misunderstood. A certain situation, like I feel misunderstood by people. And so I really was focusing on that. And when I'm saying I'm focusing on these things, like thoughts, feelings, and actions, a lot of the times when I'm coming from about my affirmations. And when I do my affirmations, I have subliminals. So, you have messages that are toned down and with like some type of music playing on top of it. So when I go to sleep at night, that's when I like to listen to my subliminals. When I started doing that, I realized like, okay, wow, like things are changing. And so for now, what I've done, like yesterday, I kept seeing how the abandonment issue is still in my body, my vibration. And I focused on two things. I focused on the thoughts and the feelings. And so in the actions, there's just going to be like, I'll take the steps, just to do like set boundaries, be distant, things like that, like taking back, withdraw certain type of energy. That's like the actions that I'm taking. And these are things that I started to affirm for myself. I just simply take out my phone. I just press a voice recorder. I save the file and I just take it to iMovie. I speed the video up and I just upload it to YouTube on private, and I just sleep to that stuff overnight. And I can say there has been a shift in my energy. I don't feel that sad today like I was feeling like a couple days ago. And it's also made me realize to start doing things in a different way. So the actions that I'm doing differently are setting more boundaries, and also stepping back like from people that are doing me a certain type of way, right? So that feeling of like that trigger feeling is subsiding, and also I'm taking measures to protect myself. And it's kind of sad, like, you really want your family to just be like a certain type of way, like especially like now I'm an adult, like my family tend to treat me like a little girl. I seen a post about that. It said something like your family, certain people treat you a certain way because of how they used to view you and used to be vulnerable. It's something like that. And it really reminds me of like certain members of my family, they can be that way. Anyway, you guys, I'm going too deep in this, but I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to do my to-do list. Okay, so at the moment I am doing a walk. I have to get back in routine of walking in the morning times. I prefer to walk for 20 minutes a day. That's just to help me clear my mind and also just get in better shape. So I like to do that 3 to 4 days out the week, and as well as going to the gym 3 to 4 days out the week. So these are things that I used to do, and I have fallen off track lately. And so I'm trying to get back in my mindset of keeping that structure, keeping that regimen that I did have going on to continue, because I noticed when I was walking and exercising, and as well as I ate a certain type of not diet, just a way of eating. It was really high in cruciferous vegetables, and I really just stayed away a lot from processed foods and just a lot of grains, gluten. I did a lot of that, and when I did that, I noticed that my mind, I could really think clearly. I could see things, like I didn't have as much brain fog. I had a lot more energy, and so I'm just getting to get right back into that regimen, that routine. I already went on my walk, but right now I am eating my lunch. So I thought to bring out my camera because right now I'm really starting to feel like anxiety right now. I've always been passionate about what it is that I do and being creative in my own way and showing the world, but I am so afraid. So like right now I've been thinking about all of this as I'm eating my my bowl. That's what I call it. And it's filled with, it was in my last vlog, quinoa. I have a little bit of vegan meat in here with mushrooms, kimchi. It's the same lunch that I have. And I also have my tea, and also I am drinking my spirulina on the side through a straw. But yeah, so I just feel pretty nervous about all this. Like, how am I going to structure this? How am I going to plan this out? Different softwares that I'm trying to use, it's like not working at the moment. So just right now I just feel a little bit anxious right now. And so what I'm going to do, and also I have an interview coming up. What I'm going to do right now is just eat my food. I want to put out good quality content, and I'm just kind of like overthinking it right now, honestly. And I know once I just put things out, I'll feel better. But right now, I'm just in the mind right now, just in my masculine energy, just overthinking. But yeah, I just want to show you guys like what I'm doing so far. I'll come back with you guys later today. I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to show you guys what I do at the gym. I just got back home from the gym. I worked out just for a little bit. I didn't do too much today. As I was leaving, I planned on going to the grocery store. I was bagging out the parking lot. As I was bagging out, I saw like these two cars just passed by, but I heard like a horn like honking at me. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, I don't see nothing. Like, this person's like in my blind side, and I felt something, and it's like they tapped me with their car. And so I was like, what the hell? So I got out of my car, and like I just see him still in the way. So I was like, why is he not moving? So I got out of my car, And I told him, I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I didn't hit your car. Why are you still here? He was like, oh, I'm waiting for someone, but I kept trying to tell you, you didn't hit me, but I kept trying to tell you, you were close to hitting me. And so I was kind of low-key embarrassed. It was like he was honking loudly, and there was a few people out there. It just kind of made me feel like, okay, so you guys remember, like, throughout the video, my vlog, I was telling you guys, like, how I feel. I don't know, it's just that feeling of like feeling like vulnerable. I was feeling vulnerable. I can't say this word right. Vulnerable. I was feeling that way. And maybe I'm looking too deep into it or whatever, but maybe I was thinking so much about that today that I was thinking I felt like maybe I'm looking too deep into this, but I felt like since I've been dwelling on this feeling throughout the day, that maybe I created a scenario. I am so used to being my own mind and having my own thoughts and doing those things. But when I feel like I am sharing things with people, it's, you know, sometimes some people, they don't always agree with you. And that to me just makes me feel so, I don't know, you know, so like when I open up, sometimes, you know, like I guess like in the past I used to open up and maybe like a lot of experiences that made me feel this way, which was why I seclude myself a lot because I try to avoid getting hurt, which is why right now me talking to you guys about certain things is so scary for me, and I'm putting it out here on my channel. Sometimes, you know, I feel like when you do so much, you try so hard, you get little, I feel like so many different things that I try to do, they've been working. The transition phase of, you know, taking the necessary steps of how to overcome obstacles in your life and to also see changes, you know. There's a transition phase because you feel the feelings, but you also know where you want to be, and you are taking the actions to get there, right? The manifestation, the physical actions, the thoughts, the feelings, the things that I said earlier today. But when you go through this transition period, it can get kind of hard because you start to doubt. This is not even just about like the things that made me feel depressed today or a couple of days ago. This is just like life period. Sometimes like in life, things will just happen, and you know, learning how to navigate those experiences and you want to better manage how you feel certain things, because things are going to happen. It's not learn how to not take those things personal. But all right, you guys, I'm about to prepare my dinner. It's getting kind of late. I like to eat my dinner around 7 o'clock. And when I eat for dinner, it's really not that complex. It's really pretty simple. All right, so I just finished eating. I just finished taking a shower. A lot better after taking a shower, and as well as just, you know, I said as the day progressed, I was feeling a little bit bad, like worse, but I feel a little bit better now as time went on. So I'm about to enjoy my meal that I just cooked. I'm about to finish watching this show called, let me show you guys. I really like watching Korean dramas. All right, you all, so there you have it. This is like my self-care day when I'm feeling in a rut or if I'm feeling kind of sad, like depressed. This is what I do throughout the day, and as well as I end my night, just like give myself a little, you know, downtime to just like eat good little meals. This is making me feel good. Like I feel a lot better tonight as the day went on, like I said. So all right, you guys, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next videos I'm about to upload. Peace.